That's right, Clash fans. It's another exciting installment of Warring with Erg. I wanted to go ahead and show a video that you all are gonna wanna see. And what this is, what I'm about to show you is the main problem with Clash of Clans, the main way to lose a Clash of Clans war, and that is to have 5 or 6 guys attack the same base. You get 2 shots. In this game, if you can knock them down in 2 shots, you're going to win. If you can't knock them down in 2 shots, very difficult to win. I'll go ahead and show you this first run. Now, while this is going, I'm going to point out a few things. Number one, he's going to run a golem, 24 wizards, and he's going to run, just 2 hogs to draw it out. He's going to run those 10 giants in order to get through the walls. But the only thing he's got in reserve there, he's got 6 quakes. So 4, so assuming he's going to put down 4 to knock down 1 set of walls, and then 2 more to hurt another set of walls, do damage to another set. Before we get too deep in this raid, I'd like to point out this is an obvious textbook hog raid. This is an obvious textbook hog base, and here's the reason why. You got your queen real close to the edge. You got 2 corners that you can pop holes in order to get to the queen. So the first thing you got to do is get the clan castle. We all know that. You're going to grab this clan castle. You're going to pull it to the side you're going to attack the queen from. So you always want to go from the side you're going to attack the queen from. Now in this case, the queen's on this bottom right side. So here's something that's out of range. This little elixir pump. So you're going to use that elixir pump as your anchor on your clan castle lure and pull. You're going to kill him in this big open spot out here. Then you're going to bring your single golem and pop a hole either here next to this archer tower, air sweeper, or next to the wizard tower. You're going to use the standard, 4 to 6 wizards to clear. And that's it. Once that's done, once that queen goes down, that queen will jump into either this space or this space or this space, wherever you set up your golem, wherever you set up your kill squad to come in from. You do a swap, the king for the queen, that's the whole ball game right there. At that point, you get 476 hogs and you hold your finger down in one spot, and then you go to the fridge, you pull out a TV dinner, you throw it in the microwave, cook it for 3 minutes, you come back, you're staring at a 3-star. That's it. The Hungry Man Dinner, 3-star. That's what this base is called. There's no double giant bomb spots. This is a single. This is a single. That's the only spots inside the base. This is laughable. I'm not sure what they were planning there. This little gap here, that's probably the only thing you really have to worry about. But as it turned out, the one area where maybe there could be some bombs, he actually did have 1 bomb, and then he had a Tesla to screw it up. This is an easy hog base. Whenever you see a base like this with no gaps, a really small compact base, you should immediately think hogs. The queen's more or less on the outside. You should think hogs with only 1 golem. And then if you see that the clan castle is lureable with a single hog, you should be thinking, well, I'm going to throw in 4 to 6 wizards, 20 archers, or 15 archers and 5 barbs. The rest are hogs, 1 golem, the rest are hogs, that's it. 4 heal spells. But I want to point out 24/7 has level 4 hogs here. So for him, this was a little bit more of a thoughtful raid than just, push in your hog and hope for the best. In his case, he has to be a little more conscientious. So what he's going to do is he's going to run a shattered, more like, it's a go wipe without the Pika, basically. Instead of Pikas, he's throwing in giants just in order to get through extra walls. At this point, he's also going to do something that's my pet peeve. He uses 9 wizards to kill a dragon. Well, 9 wizards will kill a dragon, but that's still 36 troop space. You can kill a single dragon with 20 archers and 5 barbarians as bait. So keep that in mind. 36 is more than 25. But he's going to come in here. This is actually a really good raid. He knocked down a big hole. I think he gets a 2-star, which, this is a, legit, the queen's at level 10 on this defensive base. So this is a legit base. Like I said, I think he gets the 2-star. He's got a clear path with all those 6 quakes all the way to the town hall. His stupid king decides he's checking out chicks. That king, he saw that chick in the corner of his eye. He said, "Hey, I don't need to knock down this town hall. I'm gonna go chat with this chick over here. What's up, chick?" Well, I was wrong. He didn't get the 2-star. He got the dreaded 44%. That's what you get for checking out chicks 24/7. Why don't you spend a little less time in somebody's mom and spend a little more time knocking down town halls? I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. So that was 24/7 hitting number 5. Next up, we've got Whisper hits number 5. Whisper is one of the best. 24/7 just upgraded his hog, so he's pretty much fixing to be one of the best. Now, one thing I want you to see here, I said before, you want to attack, you got to get the queen. You have to kill the queen. The queen ends up knocking down his hog raid here, but I want you to see where he comes from on the with the CC troops. Notice he's going to put the CC troops on one side, and then he's going to have to try to come back and get the queen on the other side. You're going to end up using a lot of extra troop space by switching sides back and forth. Really good lure, great lure. He gets the whole thing. I think he only used 1 hog. This is actually really good. So notice now, Whisper's only going to use about 20 troop space to do the same thing that 24/7 used 36 troop space to do. So this is a great job here. He doesn't use his poison. He does use 1 poison. I didn't watch this video very carefully, apparently. He uses his poison and goes ahead and knocks down the drag. He'll end up getting this balloon. Now, here's the second part of the raid. Now, there's always 3 parts to a hog raid. Kill the CC, kill the queen, drop your hogs. This is the part 2. So now he's got a few archers, or maybe 1 archer on the far left. He could have that archer on the far right. In fact, he could have dropped in, say his queen right when the dragon was almost dead, and then that queen naturally goes and starts to help with the funneling process. And this ends up being an instance where funneling is too much. The splash damage from that Tesla end up killing his bombers. So now he's got a golem standing there with no way to get in. Again, golems cannot get get through walls. They don't have enough damage per second. In the meantime, he does something that I talked about last week, which is pick your hog spot. Pick where you're going to drop your hogs. Now, at this point, because he hasn't killed the queen yet, he doesn't know any areas on this base that are safe. Now, it ends up that there's a bomb. You can just barely make it out right there, and the reason that we know that is because he just dropped 6 or 7 hogs right here. So he dropped hogs and triggered a bomb. Since we don't know where the rest of the bombs are, there's really no safe place to go except for one place, and that is right behind this golem. You notice there's a little scorch mark right under the golem. There was actually a bomb there. So now he knows where 2 bombs are. At this point, 21 hogs left. You can still save the raid if you can get your king into this box. So at this point, stop dropping hogs. Let your wizards do their job, knocking down these elixir pumps, and then put your king right on top of that golem. Maybe the good Lord will grace you, and the king will fight his way through. But let's see what Whisper does. So he's going to drop some more hogs, and he's got a heal down because he knows that he hit a bomb. Now he knows that this bomb spot that he went through before is empty, so he drops more hogs there. That was a pretty smart move. Hey, you already hit the bomb, you might as well use that as your platform to drop your hogs in. So now he's given up on killing the queen. The king and the queen are not deployed. So at this point, what he's pretty much hoping for is to knock out enough of the base that he can use his king and queen to just get into the town hall. And that's basically what it is. You'll notice that the queen's in a safe place behind some walls. She's just picking off hogs. The king basically followed those hogs all the way across the base. But these hogs have no chance. The queen is just going to kill them. The king and queen are still outside because we never poked a hole. See, 24/7 poked a hole, and that allowed him to drop, golems, all that stuff, get into the base, get to the town hall. Even as king was checking out chicks. But now since there's no hole, now you're just going to do a base walk and walk around the base. The queen gets in a little skirmish with the king down here. And this is really important. Now, at this point, you should be thinking, okay, we got to clean up this base. This is an obvious 1-star. I see 1, 2, 3 scorch marks, and I know that this is a Tesla right behind that gun. So you know if you drop a golem on this side, then it's going to go towards that gun. So you can use that. You can use that to your advantage. Plus, if you can take out this gun without using a hog, then the golem will go to this Tesla and knock down this bomb. Now, the other thing you want to know is you got 3 bombs. Where's the 4th? Well, my guess is it's either up here, or it's over here, or it's right there. So we want to watch this part of the raid very closely to see if anybody steps on a bomb. Notice that there's the little barbarians are out, and the little barbarians, what they love to do is step on bombs. That's their big plan in life. They're going to come out, they're going to be out, and they're going to step on bombs. So now the Barb King is basically on that spot, but he did not set off a bomb. So I'm thinking it must be over here. So far we've had 2 attempts. We've had 2 people not knock it down, and both times completely different attacks. But we know that it's a hog base. We know that it's a hog base. The only thing we don't know is where's the 4th bomb. And if we find that out, then we're done. Then we're done. So Kelly is going to come in. Great CC pull. Again, notice he's pulling it away from the queen. You could pull it toward the queen, or you could pull it away from the queen. He pulls it away. Now he's going to go for a queen walk. So he used, I believe it was 4 healers, which is 56 troop space on this queen walk. Okay, now let's see what it does. 56 troop space is 10 hogs. Now we already know that 10 hogs would take out probably 4 to 6 defenses. So let's see if this queen takes out 4 to 6 defenses. We probably also need this queen to take out at least 1 bomb spot. And we know that there's 1 behind this builder hut here. So if she can get there, then I think that this is a good move. I think this is a good move. If she cannot get there, if she does not take out 6 defenses, then this is probably not a good move. Additionally, you've only got 3 minutes in a raid. So your queen walk is probably the longest attack strategy that there possibly is. So you should expect at 2 minutes and 59 seconds to either get the 100 or lose terribly. So let's see. She's actually going towards that bomb spot. Let's see if she gets in there. He knows that the clock's ticking, so he goes ahead and pops a hole. So now at this point, his idea is, hey, I got a jump spell. He's gonna jump to the box that's next to the queen, and that's perfectly fine. Notice he has not deployed hogs yet. His plan is to knock down so much of this base that he doesn't have to deploy hogs and have them take down 100% of the base. He only wants his hogs to take down 40% of the base. But here's the problem. Now that you're in the base, you've got air defenses to worry about, and you're not ready for air defenses. So remember that you've got 56 troop space riding on that queen's shoulders. If she dies, you should have gone with more hogs. If she lives and destroys the town hall, takes out 60% of the base, then you made the right call. So here come, they knocked out the air defenses, they knock out the queen, so now we can start with the hog deployment. And you'll notice no bomb here. Kelly came from here. He did not know that that was a safe area. We have not gone through there yet. That's fine. You take chances in this game. He took a chance. He did pop the Tesla, so that's up. He popped that with his golems, his kill squad. He's still got some healers. So he's probably going to take out this lower quadrant here. He'll probably take out this mid quadrant. So if his hogs can just stay alive, and he's still got some great cleanup troops. He's got 5 whiz and a archer, doing great, looking great, feeling good. So let's see what happens here. So this is the tricky part. You got a single bomb between 2 defenses that are going to be tough to get. So there's only a couple ways to deal with that, and one way is to just hope that you're going to heal them in time after they hit it. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. So that blasts them. They're still a tiny bit alive, but then the heal comes well, it came in time. They're good. The hogs are up. Hogs are up. We've still got some hogs on the top. The golem is still fighting. Unfortunately, the queen is dead. So now you've got 2 golems that are healing, 2 healers that are healing a golem in this bottom quadrant. Remember, the golems don't do any damage. So now you've got to try to figure out how to get the rest of your cleanup troops to come in, and instead of doing cleanup, what we need them to do is free up those golems to keep tanking. So he wisely drops all these wizards. He actually could have gone, 1, 2, 3, 4 and taken them out all at once. He decides to do a line. But at this point, it's looking more like a 1-star than a 2-star. We still got to figure out how to turn on this town hall. And hey, wizards are taking care of business. They go ahead and go the wrong way. That's nice of them. The hogs are dead up top. So they're not going to help anymore, except for 1 maverick hog coming from the bottom. Boom! I hear the Lone Ranger music. So now we've got some healed golems. We've got some wizards that are going to go around the outside, and we got 3 seconds left. Probably going to end up at a 1-star. And look, to be honest, that wasn't a bad raid. I think the one thing that he did wrong was he made a bad decision here. I think maybe, if you really want to walk your queen, you bring 1 healer, and then you bring 8 extra hogs. By going with 4 healers, you're basically saying that your queen's going to knock down the whole thing, and if she doesn't, then you're dead, and that's it. You don't have any other chances. Here's the important part of Clash of Clans, okay? While I said before, you really don't want to have, 4 or 5 battles on a single base. What you do want to do is you want to watch the videos of the guy before you. I told you there's 3 ways to 3-star somebody. Number 1, you attack down, you attack a base that's a lot crappier than yours. Number 2, you come up with just an absolutely technically amazing plan. And number 3, you watch videos. You watch YouTube videos, you watch videos of your previous clanmates knocking down the same base, hitting all the traps. So now what do we know? We know there's a bomb here by this builder hut. We know there's a bomb right here. We know there's a bomb right there. We know there's a Tesla right there. We know we can use this gun to draw the golem. We know there's a bomb that's not right there. So that means it's either up here or right here, which would make no sense, or it's in fact right there. And that first video we saw with Whisper having his Barb King just didn't go low enough. So now we can trip every single bomb in this game with 1 troop per bomb. Number 2, we know it's in the CC. We can kill that fast. Number 3, we know that if we don't kill the queen, then our hogs aren't going to live. And number 4, we know that when we beat this one and 3-star it, we can make fun of all these 3 other dudes that didn't do it. That's the most important part. Making fun of dudes that did. Just kidding. Just kidding. If it wasn't for these guys knocking down bombs, so what I'm going to do is, there's 1. I'm going to go ahead and just trigger all these bombs. Let's just get the bombs out of the way. I came in with 31 hogs, I think, 8 whiz. And you'll see that what I do is I just trigger bombs. I use that second one to go ahead and pull the CC. So now I've only used 2 hogs. And this is actually a pretty important thing I want you to see here. I'm only going to use about 20 troops. I use about 14 archers and 5 barbs to kill the dragon and these balloons. And the way that I do it is I'm going to put a barbarian on the shadow of the dragon. And that makes the dragon turn around. And when he turns around, what he doesn't do is he doesn't flambe my archers. Whenever he turns around, he's not flambeing my archers. So now I got a bunch of archers left. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to clean all this up for me. I pretty much only had to drop 3 wizards here in order to create this funnel. And that was it. I went ahead and put the golem in on that cannon because I knew that there was a Tesla behind it. And I knew if we could get past the cannon, then here comes this other bomb. So now we've got 3 bombs down and the hogs haven't even come in yet. My king, unlike 24/7's king, isn't about chit-chat. He's about killing queens. So he goes ahead and kills that queen, and then I just drop a nice 2-finger pull as soon as she's dead. If you have the CC done, if you have the queen killed, if you have all the bombs exploded, and you haven't released your hogs yet, you win. That's it. You win. You got at least 3 heals, you're going to win. That's all you got to do in this game. You got 3 kills, you're going to win. Heals, easy for me to say. I really don't. They march around the base really fast. You've all seen it happen. They just march around the base. Oh, one thing I'll point out right here. I like to drop my second poison on the Barbarian King, in part to slow down the Barbarian King, but actually because a lot of times by the time you get to the Barbarian King, you'll have picked up a bunch of skeletons chasing down your hogs. And I like to kill all those skeletons right there by the Barb King. You can actually see I come out skeleton free here. I didn't even drop my queen until after they'd passed. I'm hoping that the queen will take out the Barb King. To be honest, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and use my leftover wizards to start the cleanup. Notice that the base isn't done, and I'm started cleanup big time. I've got wizards everywhere. I've got my archer queen is cleaning up. There's that last bomb. It turned out to be right there, and that's the game. Now, number one, I could not have done that without 24/7, Whisper, and Kelly's replay. I used all 3 of those replays in order to figure out this tactic. Number 2, those guys did not use a bad strategy. There's a few tweaks like taking the CC to the same side that you're going to use to kill the queen on, but they did not use a bad strategy. They used strategies that have worked for them in the past, and given the information they had, they did the best they could do. Again, the only reason I won this is because I watched the video. So the main takeaway I want you to have here is this. There's only 3 ways to win a Clash of Clans war. Number 1 is to battle down. To get a 3-star, you got to either battle a crappy base. Number 2, you got to come up with a great, technically sound, unbelievable plan, which both 24/7, Kelly, and Whisper all did. Or you just watch all the videos and then it'll just tell you how to beat it. Those are the 3 ways to win clan wars. Let's go ahead and win some more clan wars. That's all I got. Until next time, this is Erg out.